Oh, what was I? So I was here. This replay review is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be doing 2 replays instead of just 1. And as you can see, I've just had my first death there, so I just tried to like speed run this base because it looks pretty easy. Honestly, it looks like they randomly place plasma sentinels all around, and I just wanted to see if I could just clown on it by going straight forward with dual swords. It did not work, obviously. So now we're on the second life here, or second. This isn't the second life. This is the 3rd or 4th attempt, I believe. And it's just the best attempt I had on the second strategy I came up with, which was to just try and sneak in at the end here. So my plan here is to like jump in and throw a bubble shield. And I tried this so many times and it doesn't work anywhere near as well as I thought it would. Which is probably why this person made this base, because they thought they probably tested for something like this. And I really shouldn't have tried this as many times as I did. Like, what have I got at the top there? It's like 7 deaths or something, and like 6 of them are me attempting this. And this is the best one I got. I got here, I threw down a shield, I'm standing in the shield, I still get killed by the Nova because it hits the edge of the Plasma Sentinel there. So anyway, last few deaths, and then we come across to this one. The reason I wanted to show off this base is I came across 2 bases that were very Plasma Sentinel heavy in short order, and this is the first one. They're all in like wide open area. All the Plasma Sentinels are Nova, and they're just kind of randomly placed. And you have like this mid-air pathway that like winds around on itself, and it's honestly not that scary. I should have just done it like this in the first place. I thought I could beat it a lot easier and quicker using other methods. So then I decided, when I died a few times, I just got mad and was like, okay, I'm just going to take out my frustrations on this base and destroy absolutely everything with dual swords. The reason we're watching this at 2 times speed is because this took like 10 minutes. And there's not 10 minutes of stuff here to learn. You learn, like, I basically just do my normal Plasma Sentinel shenanigan where I let it shoot at me, sidestep slightly, and then like grapple towards it and lunge with the sledge blade. Except as I get higher up, the grapple distances don't reach the ground anymore, so I have to like climb back up, and then I'm going to fall because of gravity. But I'm going to fall down because it's safer than trying to stay where I already know that some Novas have been fired at. So it's safer to like hit the ground and then run off and take another shot at it. And that's just going to become more prevalent as we get up to these ones. 'Cause, like, I don't want to get caught out by a Nova that I should remember that was placed earlier. But because this is like fully open and entirely reliant on Plasma Sentinels with Nova, this is why this doesn't work. You could do this with a Volt Lancer just as easily. You would take out the one first that you were about to jump to, grapple to it, grab your bullet back, and then bail again. You wouldn't have to worry so much about running straight at the Plasma Sentinels that you're trying to destroy. But yeah, this one's almost done, and then we'll get on to the other one where I think they had a much better use for the Plasma Sentinels. And you can kind of see here, like some of these you would think would be outside of range of a melee player, but your grapple range is pretty good, and you can't really put anything so high up that you can't deal with it. One plus side of all those attempts at trying to get into here, I know that I can destroy some of these plasma sentinels from up above. It just means, you know, very less plasma sentinels to deal with. I'm just trying to plan out course of action here to get another one. We're almost done here. Another downside of a base like this is you can't have second wave. Because it's like fully open. The moment that they get the gen mat, they just run in whatever direction they want. And there's no way to actually slow them down besides, you know, a corridor. Almost done. Only a few more left. Try not to die to these while I'm obviously being extremely cautious towards the end here because I do not want to die and have to do all these plasma sentinels again. Grenade in there because I know there's a bomb trap behind it. And I'm just going around the edge of the final box here because that'll really reduce the number of plasma sentinels. I think that was the last one. Okay, that there. I noticed the bomb trap's still there. No, it's not still there. Never mind. And we're done. And we're back. So we're just doing continuing on here. Got a new map. First run. Duck in. Trigger a bomb trap. More stuff. I'm gonna go around and grab all the tombs here. I think I fail for a bit to find this last one. Just gonna run around. We'll get to the plasma sentinels shortly, so we can show off how they're actually set up in here. That's significantly more effective than the last one. Up here, I think I'm also looking for holes just in case. You never know. Sometimes there's just like a random hollow block that someone forgot to set the second wave and gives you a pre-gen mat. Also haven't found the last Forsaken Tomb, which I believe is outside the base. It's just I don't find it here. I think I find it on one of the lives that I've cut from the video already. There wasn't anything else relevant in it. Okay, we're going. I don't know why there's a cube there. Have not yet been able to work that out. There's a piston and a bomb trap. Already hit the piston, bomb trap's already gone off. Nothing too scary there. You can hear the pistons through the wall, so I know something is about to come up. And I can see all these plasma sentinels. Now, that one didn't have Nova, so I assume none of them had Nova. Because having a non-Nova on a plasma sentinel is weird. But yeah, they caught me out. There was a Nova there. And like, you can parry them, but if you don't parry them, the Nova goes off. Which is important, but... Oh, am I going to find it in this time? I think I'm going to find it on this one. This is... Because I realised that I was pretty close to it when I was in there and I didn't find it. No, not this time. Okay. Get that. Step back for the trap. For the bomb trap. And then come around the corner and back into this room. So I try just sprinting it, just in case. And yeah, it would have worked if there wasn't like more like an extension of that room over there. That just made it a bit too threatening. I think in the lives that we just skipped, I tried killing the plasma sentinels around the wall, but like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that with dual swords. It's way too dangerous, way too easy to fall into the corrosion cubes. So instead, here I try the grenade. That was like a verification type thing. I wanted to confirm that they had made those too deep. And they had. Unfortunate reality of the thing. And this one teaches me that there's this weird spot here that I can hide in, but there's the ones in the back corner there can kill me still when I step out. Which is very important to know. And I think it would be completely turned off if that wasn't a bolt trap over there on the wall, but incinerator. But chances are the person that made this map is never going to see this video, so they won't get that tip. God, I love parrying those. The fact that the Nova doesn't go off feels so good. And yeah, that's just if they hit the corner of the block that I'm standing at, you just die. It's a little unfortunate, but the game plan is still to hide behind that block, because most of the time, as long as I'm coming in from the other side, it'll actually target the opposite wall. Right. Gotta break the barrier. I've got Harvey stuck on me. Jump so that he can go through. Just continue my game plan here. So game plan currently is to destroy the plasma sentinel on my right, which I did not do. And I'm very close to that plasma sentinel. Nova. On the left. Yeah, so I remember to do it this time, and then I think this is when I start grenading, because I realise I know there's a plasma sentinel just around that corner. It's quite dangerous. Just get another parry there. God, I love those parries. They feel so good. And this is when I confirm that I can, in fact, kill that plasma sentinel with a grenade. Which saves a lot of hassle when dealing with these traps that I just gone through here. So I finally get through this the final extension to lock people in that room. So safe to actually kill those, provided there's nothing in your way. Because if you miss with the Fury's Edge, you can just sledge it. Yeah, I don't know why I risked that. I should have ducked my head out, checked the actual walls and whatnot, and then ducked back. But I now know there's a bolt shot at the back there. So we're going again. Yep, do this opening room. Pretty consistently did that most of the time. For a shield here, I do believe this is the correct spot for a shield for this particular room. Wait for him to fire, and then step into my safe spot. And now something weird. That grappling hook consistently hits that piston. I did not know the timings lined up on these. I'm pretty sure they're both unmodded, and it's just perfectly in sync. Which is funny and something to keep in mind, because it would happen not like super consistently, but a lot more consistently than some of the other shenanigans that can happen in this game. Yeah, I'm just standing out of my hidey hole a little bit so that they're more likely to hit that back wall, going for parries when I need to. Yeah, got the parries there. And now I'm trying to get a line on the grenade, because that wedge there can send it flying out to the side there. Realise that if I throw it straight on, I'll be a lot better off, and I got it that time. Now I'm free to deal with these. I just need to not get killed by Nova in the back. And now we finally get to see these traps, because they got grenaded the last time we came around here. And I really don't know why I went for the parry there. Because, like, parrying that is dangerous, and I'm pretty confident I can do it. I'll make sure I hit the thing and then back up this time. I'm confident I can do it, but, like, why? Why did I do it? It's probably because I didn't know it was a hunter, so I was just... It wasn't a hunter, so I was, like, being safe. And, yeah, I tried to throw out a shield to hide in. Way too late. Because I'm running straight at a plasma sentinel. Which is one of the things that you want to do when you're setting up plasma sentinels. You want people to be running straight at them, because they take a while to charge up, and they'll fire right as you get there. If you are running straight at them, which is really dangerous, but if they're... The only other thing they do is, like, block off the space behind where you've already been. Which they're one of two traps that are good for that. The other being incinerators. And they only do that if they have the Nova, obviously. This one here, we're just going to be going through this again. Pretty sure I haven't changed the plan up at all. Just try and get around here. And yeah, when I duck too quickly into that corner, I know that I need to step out, because I need them to fire at me, and not at the last known location, because they can hit the corner there and kill me, which there's been a few of those. Got the grenade on the plasma sentinel, and we just go around this corner now. And because of that last life that we just watched, we now know that I can't... That's not a hunter, and that I need to throw down the shield earlier if I want to try and shield this. And I did need to check that, because I know there's I know that's a hunter bolt shot. There's no way I can get through that if I don't kill that. And it got killed by the grenade, which happened a few times. And yeah, instead of shielding that at all, I just jump over the plasma sentinel bolts. Anytime you see a wall of plasma sentinels like this, it's never going to do anything. Don't put your plasma sentinels in a wall like this. They can't see the block that they're next to, so you can just walk up. You can basically just walk up to them. As I approached this, I noticed that they're hollow cubes, because the sledge lunge range started triggering. See, when I hold my sword up. So I don't know what direction the trap is, so I try to trigger that, because I figure I can just back up if I need to. Similar situation here, kill the trap, and then I'm pretty sure if I go here, it's not going to be... Yeah, which I'm right. They're pointing to the side, not straight down, so as I approach, the hollow cube disappears, and it's not super dangerous. Similar thing there, I thought it would be pointing at me, but it wasn't. Like, these hollow cubes are not as impactful as you probably want them to be, because you're not forcing the radar to run at them in the direction the trap that they're hiding is actually facing. That last one is probably the most impactful of all of them, interestingly enough. Anyway, we're just heading down a corridor, we hear some warmongers and see a block, probably just a little hidey hole for them for second wave, because it wasn't a hollow cube, because I checked it with the sledge. Coming to this gem mat room, this looks so bad. There's no traps in it, it's huge, it's open, it's probably got a ton of traps, they're all second wave. Don't set up rooms like this. You can easily get out of this before the second wave triggers. Is it here? I even have like a straight line where I can grapple through to get even further, which is pretty good. Here's the warmongers, a grenade. I didn't realise I missed one of them, but I was bright enough to actually dodge it, which is good. Now, I was just worried there might have been a trap up there as well. There was not. Just the warmonger hidey holes, and I just want to make sure that they weren't coming from somewhere else. There was 2 hidey holes up there for them. This room's... yeah, that room was not very well designed. I really liked the Plasma Sentinel room initially, besides the wall here that was like completely able to be destroyed. Because if they weren't destroyed, if this corridor was one further along, it'd be a lot more dangerous going back, because I'd be running straight into those ones in the back corner as I try to sprint past them. I'm trying to hit through the wall here. Sometimes you can do it. I don't know the conditions for that though. Haven't been able to work that out. But now we just go here, and it's only things directly behind me. Nothing super dangerous. I just sprint it. There's no traps to catch me if I try that. So that's easy enough. And then yeah, just nothing on the exit. But I will still check because I'm not 100% on that. And then I'm out. Yeah, so the point I was trying to make here, Plasma Sentinels, you really need to be like, you want to either be running directly at them or have them in a position such that you'll probably want to retreat back the way that you came. And they because of that and because of their lack of homing, they're not super good in like open areas because the Novas just won't go anywhere super useful. But if you do have them set up properly, those Novas are always going to be a constant threat, and you often need to parry them. So anyway, we had 2 replays there. Hope you've enjoyed. I'm going to be doing like a parrying guide, a deflect projectiles guide, just so that I can cover some of the spots regarding that, so that people are aware of how that works. That should come out hopefully sometime in the next couple of days. But for now, I'll see you next time.